the reason why I prefer ICP over Solana as of right now is because I just believe that in terms of potential upside, hypothetically, it's a lot better. Now, of course, not financial advice, and also that's definitely not a guarantee. But here's the thing. ICP, is it a small cap by any means? Absolutely not. It's kind of massive, actually, but I still think it has, quite a lot of room to grow. For instance, going to the price of $500 currently is around a 60x from here. And by the way, if it were to go to that price again, $500, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $235 billion. Yeah, it's not too bad, in my opinion. Ethereum over doubled this, back in 2021, so it's not crazy. And I think Ethereum is kind of caca, actually, compared to the internet computer. But even besides that, we take a look at, for instance, if Solana were to do a 60x, market cap, considering current circulating supply, would be around $4 trillion, and the price would be around $8,700. Now, am I saying that Solana is complete caca? No, I'm not saying that. But I don't think it can do, let's say around a 60x from here during this run. I mean, come on, right? Could it do maybe like a 5x or something like that, Yeah, I don't see why not. But again, I think that when it comes to ICP, its room is just much bigger in my opinion. And you got to think about how when it comes to Solana, is it a good layer one blockchain as of right now? Absolutely. But if you take a look at the internet computer, it's actually allegedly the world's most productive blockchain currently. So yeah, I mean, that's how impressive it is. Furthermore, you take a look at how the internet computer actually has a better track record than Solana as well. Solana at one point experienced 8 different network outages in just a time span of a year. So yeah, that's really not that great. Now, granted, Solana, did it fix that? Absolutely. Now it's a lot better. But when you take a look at the internet computer, it's super reliable. It's like a Toyota. You know what I mean? It just doesn't break down. It's fantastic. It's just very amazing overall. Solana is like a Range Rover. It looks cool, but is it really well known for its reliability? I don't really know about that, right? We've seen some horror stories about Range Rovers in the past. But yeah, even besides that point, if you take a look at the internet computer, does it have like the flash? Does it have the hype and the attention of like Solana? No. Again, it's not a Range Rover, but hey, man, the Toyota Land Cruiser, far more reliable in my opinion. Now, not financial advice, but again, that's just the way I view it. And not only that, when you take a look at the internet computer, its fundamentals are really just overall A+. You take a look at how it's focused on decentralized AI. This is amazing. We all know that AI is going to be the next big thing. It's already kind of massive as of right now, even though some of the hype did die down, but I think better days are ahead. According to Grand View Research, the AI market is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion, basically over the next 5 years, by 2030, of course, because we're so close to 2025. But even besides that, that's insane. So when you think about it, that right there is another bonus when it comes to the internet computer. Furthermore, you take a look at how the internet computer focus on decentralizing the internet. That's how amazing it is. People oftentimes like to say that, oh, wow, the internet is arguably not decentralized enough. So that's where something like the internet computer could step in because, again, after all, they're looking to create a decentralized version of the internet that is spread throughout thousands of computers, around the world. That's the grand vision that they have. I mean, when you take a look at the internet computer, some people like to say that, oh, wow, adoption really isn't there. The ecosystem isn't fantastic. Now, granted, is it as established as a Solana? Absolutely not. It still has a ways to go, but isn't that kind of the point? I want to get in before things have really kind of, matured in a sense, right? Because when you take a look at Solana, currently, it's top 5 in the world in terms of market cap when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So yeah, I mean, where is the room for growth really here? I mean, what is it trying to defeat, right? Ethereum, I mean, come on. I'm looking for the next big thing, so to speak. Even though the internet computer isn't necessarily small, I still think that it has a ways to go. The way I view ICP currently is that as if I went in a time machine and acquired like Solana at a much lower point, if that makes sense, right? The way I view it is that hypothetically, missing out on Solana, ICP kind of feels like a second chance. Now, that's not financial advice. That's definitely not an invitation to buy or anything like that. But again, the way I view it is that ICP, it just really gives me these Solana vibes, but a lot better because I think the fundamentals are a lot more dynamic. I think overall, it's just a lot more reliable. Now, oftentimes, people like to say that Ethereum is just far better than the internet computer, and they think that it's obsolete, all this type of stuff. But when the average cost per instruction on the internet computer is over 40 million times less expensive than Ethereum, I don't know why people would say that. I mean, come on. This is just a much better place to be. If let's say I want to launch an AI project, I want to launch like a DeFi NFT project, for instance, I would much rather choose something like the internet computer. Now, granted, NFT projects, people really love Solana. When it comes to these DeFi projects, people really like, Ethereum. But in my opinion, it's going to take some time for people to, shift their mindset, because the internet computer, quite frankly, I just think is a much better place to be. If I want to launch like a meme coin, okay, I understand like Solana, Ethereum, but if I want to launch, like, let's say a fundamentally amazing, right, NFT project, or let's say, decentralized finance project, I'm going to choose someplace like the internet computer because fundamentals are A+. And I think it has much better, potential for enterprise adoption because unlike Ethereum, it doesn't have sky-high gas fees. It also doesn't suffer from scalability issues. And also, unlike Solana, it doesn't have like a checkered track record, right? It never had these crazy stories about these multiple network outages in just a time span of a year. I've never heard that. So when it comes to the internet computer, man, I just think it's far better, and you got to think about how these enterprise optimized projects, they actually have a lot of hype in the future, in my opinion, because as of right now, people may be ignoring it, but just imagine, once that FOMO, when it comes to enterprises, really kicks in, when it comes to these projects, man, it could be so amazing. What fostered the growth of the internet? Historically speaking, it was enterprise adoption. So I think it's fair to assume that when it comes to the world of, blockchain technology, I don't know why it wouldn't be any different, to be honest. Now, granted, when it comes to the internet computer, does it have like large scale enterprise adoption as of right now? I would arguably say no. But just the anticipation for that could be so amazing because in the world of cryptocurrencies, people like the anticipation of something, right? People sometimes they FOMO into a project that is still in like, the up and coming phase, hasn't really proven itself. We've seen it time and time again. Sometimes people, they FOMO into these like gaming projects that haven't even launched like a single game. We've seen that in the past. So when it comes to the internet computer, I just don't see why it would be any different. And just imagine once that FOMO buying pressure and buying volume really kicks in, people, they pretty much just FOMO into like these amazing cryptocurrencies that have great exposure. And when it comes to ICP, it does have amazing exposure. I'm not saying that necessarily people are going to automatically FOMO into it, but you take a look at, for instance, something like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Why were they so, popular? Why did they achieve so much success? They were listed in so many exchanges. Now, granted, when they were like listed in some big exchanges, did it like automatically make them just skyrocket all the way? In some cases, no, right? The price didn't really change, but it was kind of preparing itself for the bull run because you take a look at what happened in 2021, right? Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, they just skyrocketed. So when it comes to ICP, it's listed in many major exchanges, may not really be showcasing what it could really do for it, in the short term. But again, once that FOMO, buying pressure, buying volume really kicks in, people are going to have easy access, quite essentially, to ICP. And then I think it's really going to have its massive run. But really, it's just a matter of time because it's just a waiting game. That's about it. That's the way to take a look at it. The way I view, like, when it comes to believing in a cryptocurrency project or whatever the case may be, it's just kind of like, taking a chance on something, right? It's like, I believe in it, I acquire it, I hold it, and then I just see what happens. Really, that's about it. It's so simple. Sometimes people, they try to hyper-focus on things that they can't control. They focus on this, focus on that, but I don't do that, man. I'm not going to pull up a price chart and draw a random, underwear, triangle, whatever. I'm not going to do that. That's just not me, man. Let's say I believe in ICP, anytime I earn income, I acquire it, I hold it, and I just wait. That's it. It's like so easy. Now, this is a strategy that no one has to follow. That's what I'm doing personally speaking, but I just don't see why it's so bad. It protects me from the downside in the sense like it doesn't liquidate me because I'm not using leverage or something like that. So let's say the price goes down, I can accumulate more. And also I never went all in. So again, I can accumulate. But let's say the price pumps, then okay, I didn't miss out on the run. So that's what I really like about dollar cost averaging. And around 6 months from right now, a year, I think things could look so different. I would like to see ICP have a good recovery though, entering into 2025. But again, only time will tell. But again, once Bitcoin goes to the price of like 150,000, just imagine what happens to ICP. I think it's going to go along with the ride as well. $500 at that point wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And even historically speaking, right, altcoins have been known to peak as a worst case around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. If we consider how the Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, that's actually around October of next year. So just basically a year from right now. Granted, it could happen a lot sooner. Only time will tell, but hey, whatever the case may be, I'm still a dollar cost averaging. I'm still acquiring, holding, because when there's over 500 million crypto owners currently, according to Crypto.com research, it would be foolish of me not to stay patient because, man, when there's more people owning cryptos than ever before in history, one could only imagine what this world could be like. So, of course, I'm going to choose ICP over Solana. As of right now, especially, I just believe that man, its ceiling is a lot higher as of right now in terms of, the percentage that it could go up during this bull run, hypothetically speaking, and $500 for ICP during this bull run again wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Malik the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.